If you didn't know, I have another podcast, Brain Laundry Podcast, and I had some unreleased episodes on it that I thought, since they're unreleased, they'll be better over here because I feel like they would help you with business and with being more successful as an entrepreneur. So I didn't release them on there yet. So I just wanted to let you know that there's going to be some websites mentioned and some links mentioned that are for my other podcast. So just change that in your mind when I say those websites. Well, brainlaundrypodcast.com is the same website. It is still going to link you to the same website. But the websites you're going to want to go to for any tools and tips from this are going to be smalltownentrepreneurs.com if you want to retrieve any of these tools that I talk about in this episode, or if you want to review this episode in any way. It's going to be smalltownentrepreneurs.com. You can't go to brainlaundrypodcast.com, but I just didn't want you confused if you didn't listen to that podcast or you haven't heard of it yet. brainlaundrypodcast.com is still active. It is the same website, but I wanted to let you know in case you have not heard of that podcast. But you can type in smalltownentrepreneurs.com and get the same results and find everything you need on there. So that's the quick disclaimer. Let's hop right into it. Enjoy this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I love seeing you take time out your day to listen to this information. And I know somebody out there is working towards creating success. So enjoy, and I'll let you get right into this episode. How to write the winning perfect sales pitch. And I'm talking about how to sell yourself if you're trying to market with influencers, create a product that you're wanting to sell, an online course, anything. The full guide to create your perfect pitch. We're getting it right now. So get your pen, your paper, your laptop out, pull out the document, and let's get it. Thank you for listening to Brain Laundry Podcast. First things first, thank you for being here. Brain Laundry Podcast. New episodes every single Monday and Wednesday. Monday's mindset, personal success. Wednesday is business and entrepreneurial tips. Stay tuned, subscribe, and share with anybody who likes that and enjoys learning about creating success in those areas of life. And also, anything that we talk about in this show on creating a sales pitch is going to be listed with more details on my website, currencymob334.com. That's CURRENCYMOB334.com. You can get any show notes from this episode there. Just click on the blog with a lot of awesome, great show notes and tips on there as well to help you save money, make money, and just create success, baby, because that's what we're about. And anything that you have on your mind, on your chest, that you're just going through, struggling with, you can share that. You can ask any question. Any question you have, you can ask me. Feel free to do so. We can get that answered for you on a future episode of Brain Laundry Podcast. You can just do that also by currencymob334.com. Hit the contact page, send it via Instagram or email. But let's get right into it. Great value in this one. It's an awesome episode. I enjoyed doing this, so let's get right into it. How to create your winning pitch so nobody can say no to you and you get those opportunities that you need, want, and desire in your life. Let's get right to it. Thank you for listening. If you're new here, like I said, consider subscribing if you're interested in learning to create success. But let's get right into it. So much saturated content on this topic, so I had to throw out some real tips all in one episode. I probably could have broke this up into multiple ones, but I want to give it all to you right here, right now, so you can go ahead and get practicing and get it applied in your life. So this is what you need to start off with. First things first, questions you need to be asking yourself before pitching. You need to ask yourself, why should these influencers, brands, companies, people, why should they respond to you? You need to ask yourself why, and get yourself a piece of paper and some type of, just take notes. You need to take notes on this, or at least go to the blog on the website and print it out so you have them, because that's how this is going to work for you. You gotta take note of this. So you need to be asking yourself, why would they even respond to you? What are they going to get in value from it? Next, you need to ask yourself, what's in it for them? What's in it for them? Like, what kind of value are you providing them? What kind of perks or compensation are you willing to offer? You need to also have that listed as well. How much are you willing to work for them? How much are you willing to give them in order for them to help you? Pay them. It may be a possible eligibility to pay for certain opportunities. How much is it worth it to you? Write that down. Last but not least, you need to ask yourself, what is the campaign goal? What is the outcome that you seek from even, why are you hitting them up in the first place? What do you seek as an outcome from this? What is your main goal and reason for doing this? Now we're going to talk about how to write something so you actually get a reply. Something that you send them and it's real crispy, eye-appealing, and it catches their attention. So you need to have a catchy subject line that makes them want to read your email right away. Have something that really catches their attention and screams, hey, I've got some value for you. I'm of interest. I am rare. Some type of catchy subject that catches their attention and gives them some interest. Your introduction and the context of how you know them and what you like about them and their work also needs to be in there. So you need to include how you know them, how you found out about them, maybe how long you've been a fan, how they've benefited you and helped you, and what you like about them, their work ethic, something of that sort. You need to include that in there. Next thing you need to include is the reason you're writing them in the first place. So write down, this is what you're going to be sending to them. You need to have all this inside of your pitch. And we're going to just kind of start from here, this list, and we're going to compact it and squeeze it up into a Kamehameha so you can just blast off the success, you know. We're going to turn it into that ball. We're going to get all this joined into one crispy final product. So you got the reason why you're writing them. The next thing is you need to have the compensation that you're willing to offer inside of there. What are you willing to do? And other non-monetary benefits that they will derive out of the collaboration as well. So how much are they going to gain financially, but also other value that they'll be given via your audience is a perfect fit for them, or maybe you'll do some editing for them. You'll provide some type of work for them. Like I said, your audience is great for them. Something. What else are you going to provide for them besides monetary benefits? And then you got to listen to this. You have to always add this one and conclude it with this. A definitive call to action. And please, please, please do not forget this part. Provide a deadline as well. I don't care if you're messaging a pitch to Donald Trump. Give that motherfucker a deadline because you are important, right? Your time does matter. So include in the conclusion a call to action. A strong one, but also have a deadline there as well. You need to be having thoughts of what are you going to be paying them and how. And this is how you could be paying them in a non-monetary way. You could grow their list with a free lead magnet. So you might make them something and they come on a podcast, for example. I'm trying to think of a solid example. They come on a podcast and you have something where somebody signs up to your podcast or something, or you have something that you're offering and they sign up for it and it's on their website because they're featured in the content, so they share it on their website. Somebody goes to their website and types their name in, boom, they got somebody on their list as well. And they could then, begin contacting them. And if that person is interested, then, they may take action. If not, cool. But that's why you need to try to, as we'll get into it, pick somebody similar to you, somebody that's going to work for you. And just stay tuned. This is just the beginning. This is the beginning. You're going to want to stay here and stick this out because I've got some juice for you, for real. Next thing is you're going to offer them a way to another platform to potentially promote one of their products if they have anything going on. Get some more exposure. You will be able to provide that. That is a non-monetary benefit that will be able to be provided potentially. The next thing is get promotion of their work to your list. Maybe you have a bigger list. Maybe you have a more hard targeted niche of people, more hard to get audience, and they're wanting to get that audience. That's something you could potentially offer. You got to think about these things. Sometimes we need somebody to say them so it comes apparent to our attention that we actually have that. Next thing is you may get an affiliate commission from sales from them. Maybe they have something and they give you an affiliate link and they get profit, but you do as well. And then the other person who buys it gets a good product in return. So that's a win-win-win right there. Everybody wins. It's lucrative for all. And then last but not least, you could, in fact, offer a monetary benefit to them. Cash, for a certain amount of time, or offer to work for them and do some type of service for them. So maybe you do YouTube videos and you're a great editor. You could offer to edit a few videos for them if they came on to your show. Now we're going to get into the pitch process, because we're not wasting any time. Whatever route you take, you need to modify every single pitch to your specific audience or influencer. You need to have a specific pitch created for that person. Don't do a generic copy and paste. It does not work. Maybe it does sometimes, but not well and not often. And we're trying to get the things done right over here. Any other advice I would give, is just a little more general, but like I'm saying, make sure that you're going at your best to these people, because they're going to be helping you out. And they get thrown, a lot of these people get thrown requests left and right. And if you're not standing out and you're not coming at them correct, then you're not going to be picked up and noticed or even acknowledged. So make sure you're coming at them at your best and you're being of value to yourself doing so, and also to them. The next thing you need to focus on in the pitch process is, once you get started, share your thoughts on their content, their work, how you feel about their knowledge on their industry in that niche. Let them know how they've helped you out. Just keep the pitch simple from there, though. You should be clear, have your desire stated, and an outcome. You should be clear in anything that you say. You should have a clear desire stated with a clear outcome. Be upfront about how much work the influencer will need to do. We've always had to work in groups in school, and then, we've always had that at least one time where we got stuck with all the fucking work, and somebody else promised us that they were going to do a certain amount of it. They didn't do shit. Yeah, we don't want to do that to somebody who has a lot of power that can help us out, because they know other influencers, and then word spreads. We want to come at them correct and let them know really what their work share is going to be. So be clear about that as well. Don't beat around the bush and don't be vague. Time is precious, and we wouldn't want nobody to waste our time. So be clear and upfront about what it is that you need from them as far as work, the time that you'll need them to be on your show, etc. The easier you make it for the influencer to help you, the more likely you'll get a favorable response from that. To provide instructions, sample content, possibly some images that they can refer to, some backlog previous episodes, something that they can see what you're about, see what you represent, what you bring to the table. And overall, don't be a burden to anybody that you're contacting. Brands, influencers, individuals, old, young, whoever. And here's a list of proper, good email etiquette. Be short and to the point. Do not mass pitch, as I just said. So don't copy and paste an email, the same one to everybody. Pique their interest. You need to be piquing their interest. Don't suck up to them and, oh, you're the greatest thing ever. I would do anything, blah, blah, blah. I'll wash your dirty drawers and eat a skid mark out your underwear. None of that bullshit. Don't suck up to them. They're normal people. Tell them why you want their endorsement, why you think that it would be beneficial to you and them. Share the benefits of what you bring to the table to them. Share the benefits of your project, your platform to them. Be like, hey, well, you provide me this, but I'm bringing this to the table, dude. So I want to create a lucrative opportunity. Let them know that what you're bringing to the table as well. No matter if you got 20 subscribers, let them know that you're bringing them 20 hard targeted, super niche subscribers to the table, and that they're really interested in what he has or she has to offer. So share the benefits of your platform to that influencer, but also the power tip right here. This is the power tip. Are you ready? Share it to their audience as well. Share what you got to that person's audience. Be like, hey, tag them in there. And then when you create a buzz for yourself, that audience, they're going to be, if they like what you have to bring to the table and you're not getting a response from that influencer, their audience, if they like it, they're going to create a buzz and keep saying your name, and your name's going to be popping up left and right. They're going to have to see you. There's no way that they can ignore you if you get in front of their audience and their audience supports you. Am I right? Because at the end of the day, that's what they do it for, the audience. So if you get their audience on your side, that's an instant win right there as well to keep in mind. And that's worked for me. In my past, in my favor, and that I've always been good about that. So that is something to keep in mind. Power tip right there. Not just influencer to be knowledgeable on what it is that you have, but let the audience know if they're not responding. Let that audience create that and generate that buzz for you. You know, they might be, hey, you know, this girl or this guy has to be on your show, and they keep saying it over and over. If that person's a good business owner and brand owner, operator, and he cares about his audience, he's going to give them the value that they want, give them what they want to see. So the takeaway that you need to have is keep your subject very vague, just so you can pique their interest, but try to address the person by name right off the bat so it still comes off as personal. Greet them to you, show you, or greet them in a way that, how much when you speak to them, let them know that you're friendly, different, but keep it short and to the point as well. So kind of come at them in a unique, authentic way, but keep it short and to the point as well. Introduce yourself at the beginning of the message, DM, email, whatever you're doing this with, however you're contacting them. Introduce yourself and sign off at the end with your brand, company, platform, podcast, YouTube channel. Put that as your sign off. That's how you should end the introduction of who you are. Example, hey, I'm Kendall of the Brain Laundry Podcast. It'd be that simple. Research the person that you're going to contact and make sure that you make your pitch personal. Find out what you can find out about them where you can make it a little bit personal. But you can also show them that you are a fan and you've done some digging and got some knowledge on them. And then finally, offer that person something that you know they are interested in and want, you know. If you provide them value and they are knowledgeable of what this market's doing and how, you know, being featured on a promoted piece of content, like you should be coming to them with, you got to come to them with quality content. You can't come to nobody with trash. I mean, but if you got a good fire piece of content planned and you're like, hey, this is the content, this is fire, it's not where I want it to be, but you have that audience that they'll bite on this, they will love this, and this will be great for them. You create something, they have the audience, and if you got the content that's good enough, then they will then take action as far as numbers go with the audience. That's why you got to be patient. Just let them and create good content now instead of waiting until the audience gets there. Create that content now. Now there are 6 errors, excuse me. I wrote these down, so I got to read these to you. And I got a whole document or spreadsheet that I created for these too. And like I said, it's going to be on the website, currencymile334.com, for you to check out and take a look at. But the 6 errors a lot of audience are damn, we're going to keep this in there because this is real and authentic. A lot of influencers make and other people make when contacting brands and influencers is the 6 errors are: they don't ever follow up, or they do too few emails, they do too many emails, they don't have a clear enough ask, they're too generic with their approach, there is no clear goal stated, and they did not quantify the relationship with that person. And that's usually the 6 mistakes that prevent people from getting a response. So 3 ways that you can change this is you can change your frame of mind. Instead of treating this like networking, try to build a relationship with that person. Go above and beyond what your influencer likely expects. Be that exception to the rule. Do something that they wouldn't expect, that they don't see from everybody. And then the 3rd thing you can do to prevent errors and negativity from this attempt of contacting an influencer or brand is try to find out why they didn't respond or why they denied you, which is, you know, like you're probably thinking, well, no shit. But there's ways to do that and be logical. Potentially, they may have a publisher that's running their website and not them, and they only run their Twitter, for example. You know, you gotta look into it and see, hey, well, maybe why is this person not contacting me? Did they get it? And check into that. You can never be sure. Now we're going to get into how to make the ask now. So first things first, how do you need to make a good pitch so that you get a yes? Well, I'm going to provide on the website some templates that you can get a referral from and kind of get an idea of how I wrote some I've saved every one that I've gotten a response to. I've saved them, so I've used those same templates, and I'm going to post them on the blog as well for you to look at. But first things first, you need to compliment. When you first reach out to someone, give them a specific compliment about an aspect of their work that you like. For an article that you enjoyed, an episode, a series, something from their content that really resonated with you. And don't lie if don't lie. Find something about this person that you enjoy. Let them know that you genuinely enjoy it. Keep it simple though. Don't ask for anything at this stage. Just keep it simple. You can mention mutual friends in this stage if you're mutual goals, mutual interests, and keep it at that. That is the first way of how to get this yes from pitching. The next thing you can do to get that yes is pay attention to what they have going on. Are they creating a new course right now? Do they have something new that they're taking on? And see how busy they are in their team, and perhaps think about how you can provide some help to them and assist them in this. So here is my 7-step process for how I usually write my emails, pitches, DMs, however I do it. This is how I write my pitches usually. And I'm going to give you the 7-piece format. Number 1 is I usually start with something specific about them as a compliment. So I try to find something, and I can do this because I genuinely don't reach out to people unless I resonate with them and am knowledgeable of them. I'm open to networking, but if I'm reaching out to somebody, I'm going to come correct and know who they are, what they stand for, what they're about, etc. I'm gonna lower this mic. So I usually you can do this by researching them, absorbing some content, and try to look for some stuff that has low views or low numbers, low retention on it. Something that has low, and watch that and gain something on that, because they'll be like, oh, you like that? Because usually the stuff, how it's ironic. The stuff that we put a lot of time into to create is the stuff that a lot of the times, this is the narrative. We put our most time into stuff that doesn't get the most attention. And the stuff that gets the most attention is the stuff that we just put together. So try to look for something rare and exclusive and send them a specific compliment about that piece of work. If not, just send them a specific, compliment about some piece of their content or something about them that they have done that you like about their work. The next thing is tell them why you're reaching out. Of course, like I said at the top, you should have who you are, name of your business. And then that's how they know who you are, they know your business. And underneath that, you can do like a 1 to 2 sentence max. I would recommend, you don't have to do this, but it's okay. So you say, hey, I'm Brian of, Brian Too Crazy YouTube channel. And then you can, underneath that, put 2 sentences at the most. You need to do 2 sentences of what your YouTube channel is about. So we are a YouTube channel on how to rebuild, repair, and have a vlog all about motorcycles, whatever it may be. And you will maybe tell them a little bit about, okay, what your business is a little bit. And hopefully they should be related to that if you're reaching out to them. Now do that if somebody is in the same niche as you, that could work. But if somebody's not in the same, specific niche, you not necessarily have to do that. But you need to tell them why you're reaching out. So, hey, I want to reach out because, I thought it would be a great opportunity for me to tell you about something that I'm creating, because I've seen in that piece of content, you said you were struggling with X, and I have the solution, which is why. However it may be, tell them why you're reaching out. Number 3, suggest what you would want to collaborate on. Suggest what you have interest in collaborating on. Number 4, mention the scope of your campaign. So tell them tell them everything about your campaign that you have set. And you need to have this stuff, like I said, you need to have it planned. You're coming to them, you need to come correct and ready. Because I'm going to give you a PS bonus tip at the end of this. Number 5, add social proof by name dropping other influencers or people that you could be referred by, people that have spoken about you, mentioned you, places that you have appeared, if possible. If not possible, cool, it's fine. It's not a necessity. But if you are able to add, some social proof by name dropping or something like that, it's okay to do so. Number 6, ask them if they are interested in working together. For number 6, ask them if they are interested in working together. Number 7, end it with a direct call to action. Phone call, you want to DM, message, FaceTime, whatever. Use video invitations if you can, or a phone call. Just create a quick 1 to 2 to 3 minute video if you can, and upload it to if you can do it less than that, upload it to Instagram or have it on your YouTube and link it to your email, and that way they can kind of know what you can make a video specifically for hitting and contacting them, or you could show them what you're about, what your brand is about. So you should have a video telling them about that, and you can make something like that. This isn't a necessity, but it does help a lot. I've noticed this was the last I actually made this change and got the first yes from a pitch that I sent out. Was this change? I made a specific video just for that person, describing, explaining, who I am, what I did, why I'm doing it, etc. Did that, got a yes. So might be a power tip to apply. But then, don't be shocked, because you got to be prepared for this bonus tip. This bonus tip is know what to do if they say yes. So don't just be wasting your time thinking, well, I'm just going to hit them up and come up with all this hard work, or I'm going to be working hard and come up with all this stuff to hit them up, which is hard work, essentially. And then you're just kind of daydreaming, like, man, I know it's not going to happen, but I'm going to work hard. If you're working hard and doing this stuff, expect them. Somebody's going to reply to you. So be ready when they do, because it can be a kick in the face when somebody's like, yeah, I'm ready. And you're like, whoa, you're not prepared. So if they say yeah, be ready, plan this out, add value first, be genuine, be authentic, add value to them, add value to their audience, give them extreme clarity. And you can do that by sitting down, planning this stuff out that we just spoke about. You gain extreme clarity, and you can then spread on extreme clarity for him, her, whoever it is that you're working with, for them. And it's a lucrative situation, and you got to be able to explain to them so that they have clarity on what it is that you're wanting from them, what it is you're giving to them, and how both of you guys are benefiting. So just take this time to plan it out. I appreciate you for listening. Getting very tired here. It's getting late. It is 3-something in the morning. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Thank you so much for listening. We'll do some more on networking and influencer marketing in the future. I hope you enjoyed this little series. I have worked on it, and I've added all this, quote unquote, if you want to call it secret pro tips, whatever you want to call it, that I have used that have actually worked. So rest assured, if you try these things, they will work. And if you got something else, or if you have reached out to an influencer and they've responded to you, drop down in the comments below who it was. If you would like to share, if you want to keep it disclosed, and drop that fire that y'all are making together. But if you've got a response from an influencer, drop it down below, just to encourage each other and show the community that this is possible. I'd like to see the comment down below on that. And also, if you've got any other ways, comment that down below. Any other ways on how to create a great pitch for contacting brands and influencers. Don't forget all the show notes, like I said, all the show notes and more on the website. We got free book summaries that are updated every single month. Is there anything else that I need to tell you about? Oh, send your questions in. I have no idea what next Wednesday's episode is about, because I have not had a chance to check any questions yet. So everybody's in the hot shot round. So go right now to Instagram at Brain Laundry Podcast on Instagram and DM me your questions that you have about your business, your entrepreneurship, or you personally, any questions that you have. Go to at Brain Laundry Podcast on Instagram, or you can go to currencymile234.com to the contact page and send me those, because I'm going to be putting together an episode tomorrow after I get some sleep. So I love you. Thank you for listening, and I will see you on that next episode. So don't forget to send those questions in, and peace. Brain Laundry Podcast, baby. Gang, gang, we out. Chill.